The word word, I think I've mentioned once, is mythos in Greek. Word is myth. In an information age, the whole culture becomes word. That's where the theologians need to heed the meaning of this time. Because sooner or later it's going to have some relation to the divine word. I think sooner.
With the telegraph came a total change in the forms of writing, symbolism. Symbolism simply means pulling out the connections between parts of sentences. I write symbolism. I don't finish. I think of my sentences as telegrams to Australia, 50 cents a word. You know, if every author had to inscribe every one of his words on stone, and were allowed 12 words a year, the levels of writing would go up. But one of the things, one of the peculiarities and unexpected results of the speed up of electricity, telegraph, and so on, one of the strange effects on writing was an understanding for the first time of the creative process. From Poe and Baudelaire and Mallarmé and onward to Joyce and Eliot, the understanding of the creative process has mounted and mounted, and we understand now that it is very closely related to sensory perception. Let me reassure you people, I once spoke in 1957, in June, to the radio broadcasters, and at that time they were terrified of the coming effects of television. And I said, it was in June 1957, I said, the medium is the message, there's nothing to fear. I can say that to you. The book is a very special form of communication. It is unique, and it will persist. I would suggest that one of the main reasons for its persistence in the future will be scriptural study. From the 3rd century A.D. to the Renaissance, the reason the book survived was Scripture. With Gutenberg, the press reached out and grabbed antiquity for the first time. The Middle Ages had no way of printing ancient books. Gutenberg reached out and grabbed Greek and Greece and Rome and dumped it into the Renaissance lap as a huge pile of garbage.
Siegfried Gideon has a wonderful chapter on anonymous history in Space, Time, and Architecture.
And it kept creative minds very busy dealing with garbage for a long time. Artists love garbage and slums. They hate suburbs and tidiness. No involvement. So the future of creativity is colossal in the world of garbage.
Since it is very much the wish of the divine word that this should be.
So there's no point in banning to people as if everybody knows about the analog wages. Barry is an encyclopedist who has got tired of nearly everything he ever knew. And doesn't want to let you have it.
World of, well, it's like the Marx Brothers. It's a world of grace obsolete.
Whereas today, with the advent of a software electric environment,
I always believe in telling jokes because it's the best way to remember them.
Just come up to the stage. What's your religion?
I believe the essays, the spectator essays of Addison and Steele were newspapers. That's the form of the first newspapers. Essays.
A person doesn't walk in just off the highway or off the streets of our cities and you suddenly confront him with a 10th century Chinese vase. He doesn't know what to do with it.